Welcome, Taurus, to Mystic Inspirations. My name is Leanne. I'll be bringing you your monthly forecast for the month of 16. I would like to start off by saying a great big thank you to all the subscribers, all of those of you who have liked, shared, and commented. Everything has been so positive. I really appreciate that. I have been having a little bit of technical difficulties, so these videos are coming out a little bit late, later than I thought, anyhow. So thanks for hanging in there with me. If you are new to the channel, please know that these are general overviews. I will be going over the energy that you may be experiencing through the month. And if this doesn't resonate with you, please find your moon or your rising sign video, and that will bring you closer to a more complete picture of what's going to be going on for you. Also, if you would like a private reading that's just for you, you can contact me at my website, mysticinspirations.com. Now for your reading for the month of August for you, Taurus. I'll be drawing a card for each of the week's 4 cards here. What will be helping you? What will hinder you? What will be a challenge? And then also underneath it all. Okay, underneath it all we have the Hermit. So threading through the month of August, we have the sense of seeking enlightenment, gaining knowledge, finding a space to be alone. Sometimes this is an indication, Taurus, that you kind of want your own space. You want to sort of dwell in your cave, and maybe that's not something you're able to do, or it's just something that you're seeking to do for whatever reason. Let's see how this plays out. So this is your underneath it all, the Hermit. First week or thereabouts, we have 3 of Wands. Okay, so the 3 of Wands is a card that speaks to expansion. It speaks about anticipation. It can also lend itself to hesitation and maybe not moving forward quite yet with something that you know is going to be productive and flourish. This is, sort of one of those energies where you want to move forward, but you have to wait. Okay, so ships are coming in, but they're not there yet, so you sort of have to wait. And this could be this could bode well with this Hermit card in that you need more information, you need more enlightenment, or that you just need that quiet space of patience and waiting. Okay, so the first week it looks like you'll be waiting, you'll be anticipating, but it's a very positive card in that this does show your ships coming in. Okay, you know that they're coming, you see them, and you know that you're going to go far once they get there. Okay, so that's the first week or thereabouts. The energies don't start and stop on specific dates. So around the second week, we have the Page of Wands. Again, fiery energy. We have exciting news coming in. This is a progression definitely from the 3 of Wands. So perhaps your ships did come in. Maybe, the project did get launched, or, your offer was accepted, or, this could relate to so many different things. But pages definitely bring news that's exciting and, almost, I always call this the heralder. He's like, hark! He's really trying to get his news across, and it's exciting news. So, good for you, Taurus. You've got great news coming to you, or great news that you can share. This could be about, your business finally launching, and could be about your relationship taking off. Maybe you're official on Facebook, right? So that's exciting. We are in the, technological world now, so heralding messages isn't really using, the bullhorn or the newspaper. It's more internet, right? So, you might be putting it out there that something really wonderful has happened, and great, because you deserve it, Taurus. You're a hard worker, you're solid, you're grounded. So, good news coming to you or coming from you. In any case, it's looking really good. So by the third week or thereabouts, we have the King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups energy is very much on top of his emotional game, right? This is a very generous, very kind, loving type of energy. I do have to say, King of Cups can sometimes indicate what old school folks would call a womanizer. Okay, somebody who loves to be in a relationship, maybe somebody who is a little bit clingy. Um, but of course, this is an energy that we're sort of trying to get through here. So you might find that you are having to really sort of rein in your emotions due to circumstances going on around you. Um, this may be something that you're dealing with a coworker where they're very emotional and you sort of have to be that strong, stable one. This could also be incredible intuition for you, Taurus. This is great dream life. This is recall and use of your intuition and your gut feelings. So this is not letting all of the drama that you may be around affect you in an emotional way. Okay. So, if somebody's talking smack and getting other people's feathers ruffled, you're sort of just like, you know what, I'm gonna roll over this one, because the waves underneath this king's chair, they're pretty turbulent. I know it's probably not very clear on the screen here, but it's quite turbulent where his throne sits, and he's quite comfortable. He's like, no, that does not bother me, and I'm not going to let it, and, I'm solid and stable. So, this is the energy of the third week, and it's not only that you'll be encountering, but more than likely energy that you should embrace. It's always a good idea to sort of stay on top of your emotions. Um, this could indicate in a negative manner that there might be some depression issues. There may be some overwhelming um, emotional things happening. Okay, so there's a positive and a negative sort of aspect to each card, and what will be happening is that there are a lot of emotions that you have to deal with, that you have to stay on top of. Okay, so it may not be completely rosy. Um, I really get the sense that because you're dealing with this King of Cups in the third or around middle of, I think this exciting news, I think that is maybe causing some jealousy for people around you, and you really just have to try really hard not to let that affect you emotionally, because it's on them. Okay, Taurus, this is not on you. This is their insecurities. This is their jealousy. This is them, maybe regretting that they didn't make good decisions where it came to finances or romance or job choices or purchasing a car or whatever it is. Whatever exciting news that you have to share or that you will be getting. Um, you may find yourself in a situation where some people are kind of emotionally, you know, upset over it, and you're just going to have to ride that wave, Taurus, and you can. It'll be fine, because what I see here for the last week is the Ace of Cups. Um, Very interesting. We've got two fire cards and two water cards. So, Ace of Cups, blessings. This is, every seed of emotional fulfillment is held in this card. So it looks like, if this isn't a loving partner or a loving offer or a loving shoulder to cry on for you, or that you were, it looks as if this is the beginning of some new love. Okay, perhaps you will see something from the perspective of love. This is newness. This is emotional fulfillment. This is sometimes referred to as blessings from heaven. Okay, so ending the month with a very strong spiritual card, and also in accompanying the Hermit, this is spiritual enlightenment. This is actually getting the knowledge and wisdom that you were seeking throughout. So by the end of the month, whatever it is, whatever information, whatever knowledge, whatever spiritual quest that you are going on, Taurus, you will find it, you will get it, it will come to you, and it will flow out of you. Okay, this is a beautiful way to end the month. Now, what I see coming to you that is a help to you, we have the Wheel of the Year, okay? Otherwise known as the Wheel of Fortune or just the Wheel. Um, the Wheel to me represents timing, perfect timing. This is, everything sort of aligned at once. You've got that the beginning of the month where you're waiting, okay, and then perhaps you finally got news, but all the while you're seeking. You want more information. You want enlightenment. You have emotional support. You have emotional stability. Okay, and when the time is right, it's going to happen. Okay, it's going to just pour down on you. So, the wheel of the year is basically saying, look, when the time is right, it's happening. Okay, so if you embrace this idea that in perfect timing everything will turn out for the best, then that's actually going to help you. And also, what's going to help you is that it looks like this is your time, Taurus. Okay, this is your time. This is coming as a help to you. This is, the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in the upright for you. Okay, this is also, it's helping you to know that nothing lasts forever in a sense of, if you're going through a tough time, if you're having trouble being patient, um, if you're down on your luck, things will turn around. That wheel continues to move, right? The seasons keep changing. Spring turns into summer, summer to fall, fall to winter, winter, spring. So, if you're in the heyday of your life, know that as well. Be prepared, be cautious, be, practical. And you're a Taurus, you will be. You will put things aside. You will make sure provisions are there. So just know that, everything has its time. And Taurus, it looks like this time is for you this month. Okay? What could be a hindrance to you? We have the Empress. Now, the Empress is the giver of life. Okay? She is the grower. She is the creatrix. She, everything she touches turns, warm and fuzzy. Uh, Everything turns to gold. This is also very much representative of a motherly figure. So, if we're talking about a relationship, what could hinder you is somebody who is overly nurturing. Are you acting motherly to your significant other? Is there a motherly aspect about your significant other that's hindering you? Is there a job project that you're mothering over? Okay, are you trying to be, what's the word? Oh, goodness, micromanaging. Now, the Empress isn't usually a micromanager, but she sort of wants to put her hands on everything and make it grow. Okay, so coming in as a hindrance, I would say, if you are doing that, you might want to scale it back. Also, if somebody is doing that to you, just know that there are some things that you need to do in your own time, okay, in your own perfect timing, right? You're going to be learning and gaining information and wisdom. So you don't necessarily need all of this mothering, all of this nurturing, all of this growing, okay? So this feels like a hindrance because somebody might be stepping in and, sort of saying, well, if you do it this way, it'll grow really fast and or it'll flourish, you'll reach more people or you're, whatever. So this, it could be a person, but this energy could be a hindrance if it's that sort of overly motherly, nurturing energy. Okay, Taurus? And then what could be a challenge for you? We have the Lover's card for your challenge for the month of August. Now, this can very much indicate, not spending enough time with your partner. This could be, your challenge could be making a decision about something that your heart is really tied to. We've got the two fire cards that, clearly you're very passionate about this. And then you've got the two water cards coming in at the end of the month, and you have to decide. Are you going to go with your passion, or are you going to go with your emotions? Are you going to go with action, or are you going to go with what makes your heart feel right? The fire cards are very much physical. It's sort of like fire. It's a physical thing. You can see it, you can feel it, but it's tangible. You can put your hand in it and get burned by it, right? It's fire. Um, Water energy is fluid. It's emotions. You can't put your hand on it. You can't touch it. You can feel it. You can sense it. So it's speaking of the heart. The wand's energy is speaking of passion in action, and the cup's energy is speaking of your heart and your fulfillment. So the challenge may be that you have to pick something. You have to pick one or the other, or you have to choose which way you're going to go first. Okay, it doesn't mean you can't be passionate and emotionally fulfilled at the same time. It just means maybe not right now. Okay, so there's a choice to be made. The Lover's card, there's always the lovers indicated here, but then there's always a third. Okay, so do you go with your head or your heart? In this case, I feel like, do you go with action, which would be the wands, or do you go with emotion, the cups? Okay, so this, you have to choose between. If this is a work situation, you have to choose between leaving your current location for something you're incredibly passionate about, or staying where you're at. Okay, he's pretty steadfast right here, and doesn't look like he's going anywhere, and doesn't look like he wants to. Okay, so this would be a tough decision for you, Taurus. Um, so just know that that's on the table, and perhaps that's why you're sort of seeking some alone time and some enlightenment, and maybe just a little bit more information on what you're dealing with right now, because this decision of the Lover's card coming up as a challenge, it's going to be a tough one. It's major arcana, and it's not to be taken lightly. Okay, so hopefully by the end of the month you will have gained your insight and made that decision, and with the Wheel of Fortune turning for you, I think you will have a fabulous month. I would love to hear some feedback on that, and I hope you have an amazing. I will be back for Monthlies. Thank you.